Welcome inside Studio W here in Bristol, Connecticut with Jalen Rose and Paul Pierce. I'm Michelle Beadle. Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome back. What's up, True?
What up? Good to see y'all.
Okay, enough of that. We've got a superstar matchup coming up in an hour, but we need to start with an angry reigning finals MVP out in the Bay. Kevin Durant returned after a 6-game absence last night and less than a half later earned his NBA leading 5th ejection of the season. He said he wasn't sorry. He said what he said and was asked today why he's changed.
Don't get me wrong, it doesn't make me upset. It's just like confusing. You know what I'm saying? People who tell me I changed when you don't even take time to get to know who I am. So it's like you can't tell me who I am because of how I act on the basketball court. You know, it don't make sense to me, and that's not fair to me. But life ain't fair. It's all good.
Okay, that's so much to talk about in that one little piece of sound. Your reaction to the ejection first.
I thought, it happened too quick when I saw it. When you got a superstar player of Durant's caliber, you got to, let him blow a little bit of steam off. And if he continues, with it going at the ref, then you give him a second one. But I thought the second one was a little too fast. I mean, we've seen 2 of our top 2 superstars get thrown out of games this year in LeBron and KD. And so
superstars are people too.
Yeah, but the people pay good money to see these guys, and they are why we watch this game.
KD's a terrific player, and he understands, by the way, Truth, that those people also paid to see him play the game, so therefore don't get ejected.
Yeah, but the superstars get a little more leeway. It's an unwritten rule, unspoken rule, but they get a little more ejection because when you go to the center court, when you talk to the refs, these are the guys that are allowed to talk to the refs. They don't take stuff from the role players. And so the superstars are allowed to say certain things to the refs that the role players don't get to say.
Maybe not anymore.
That's just the way it is.
Maybe it's changing.
Well, but KD's court demeanor has changed.
Yeah, it definitely has.
He got one technical foul. He's been ejected once in his first 10 seasons.
Right.
10 seasons ejected once. 5 times this very season.
Listen,
he told Chris Haynes it's his emotions and his passion for the game that's doing this.
There's a few things that happen here. He won a championship. He's the finals MVP. He feels like he should be getting some of these calls. And another thing, maybe a little Draymond Green is rubbing off on him, too.
No. Okay. And in fairness, by the way, when he said we don't get to know you because we only get to know, we're not having dinner and hanging out. Like fans would love that chance, but we only get to know what we see on the court. And as we move closer to these playoffs and they have all these health injuries and everything that they're doing, are you concerned with the way this tends to keep going?
I am, because you don't want to make the road tougher. They are already dealing with injuries. Steph is probably going to miss the first round. Draymond Green is out with an injury. KD just returned, and obviously Klay's out. Number 1. Number 2, the Houston Rockets now have the number 1 seed. And you know this, my friend, 80% of the time the team that plays Game 7 on their home floor in the playoffs, they win that basketball game. And the other thing, you don't want to have the officials alienated. Now when you have so many players chirping at the refs, you don't get the benefit of the whistle. So these things don't work in the Golden State Warriors' favor at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I think he just needs to. I think he understands that. This last ejection,
Does he
knows. I think he will win the playoffs. He's smart. He has a high basketball IQ. These guys going to playoffs. He knows how much he means to this team, and he understands that if he lets his attitude get in the way of team success, it can cost him a game and possibly a series. So I think he's smart enough to know once the playoffs start what he has to do to stay away from getting ejected again.